So today I gotta work on this car in 30-degree weather. Something I've been dreading. Not a hard job, but it has to be done. I have to replace the alternator in this 2020 Mustang Ecoboost. Alright, let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is disconnect the negative side of the battery. And this is done with a 10mm socket. So I disconnected both the negative and the positive side of the battery. Now let's move on to the next step. So now I'm gonna move this air hose out the way, and then next remove the air box. So now I remove the air box cover, and now I'm gonna remove the air box. And this is also a 10mm bolt that holds this down. Now I have the air box removed. And that's simply after you remove the bolt, you pull up and forward, and it comes right out. That's this little grommet on either side. Little clip there. And that holds it down. The little grommet there holds it down. Next, I remove the driver's side front wheel. This is how I do it to make the bottom screws of the alternator easily to access. And after I remove the driver's side front wheel, I remove just the screw on this flap here. It's like a protection cover. One screw. This is the screw, the bolt, rather. Screw or bolt, whatever you want to call it, that holds this up. Once you remove this, the flap drops down. And now, if you look with the flashlight, you'll have better access to the bottom screws of the alternator. You can see the front one right there, and the back one is just behind that wiring harness. I don't know if you can't see it from here, but I'll try to show a better picture of it, a better idea of where it's at. That's a better view of the second screw, the back screw. And that bolt is 13 millimeters. Next, I remove the serpentine belt off the pulley just by putting a 15mm wrench or socket on the tensioner bolt and moving it counterclockwise like this, just enough to get the belt from around the pulley. Next, I'm gonna remove the turbo intercooler hose off the turbo. And now I got the turbo intake hose out of the way. And now I'll remove the upper alternator bolt, which is a 10mm. And now I'm taking out the upper alternator bolt. Remove that. Next, I pulled off the 3-wire connector on the back of the alternator. Now after I took loose all the mounting bolts, I pulled the alternator, I tipped it forward, and I tipped it forward, so now I'll be able to reach the battery bolt. And once I remove that, just disconnect the battery wire and pull it out. The socket for the battery bolt is a 13 millimeter, either 13 millimeter socket or 13 millimeter wrench for that. And then you just pull the battery wire off, and now just wiggle it out. And ta-da, there it is, alternator removed. It's not too bad, not too difficult. And to install is just the reverse. And here it is, all back together again with the new alternator in place. Now let's start it up. Alright, that's it. Until next time, I'm out.